Welcome back to Little Snickers, baby. I'm Michael fucking Rainey here with my friend Cal Anjala,
Hey, Mike.
Jacob Furman Matera,
Hey, guys.
Danny Dubs, and my special friend, Chip Chantry.
We are special friends, aren't we, Michael?
Buddy, we've been special friends since day one.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I love this podcast, and I'm honored to be an honorary stinker today.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, you earned it, buddy.
Thank you.
Chip and I go way back. Chip, you might be my first comedy friend.
I specifically remember when we started. I think you started just a couple months after me, and I saw you on stage a few times, and you were a dirtball and hilarious, just hilarious. But you were mean on stage, and you came up to me after my set the one time, and you said, "Hey, I'm Mike. I just want to tell you you're really funny." And I was like, "Oh,
was
thanks."
really nice
And
of
I
you.
just kind of turned away. I was like, because I thought you were just messing with me. Because I was like, "Oh, he's not that nice." And then I felt terrible because I realized you are just a sweetheart of a gentleman, and we became fast friends.
Oh, that's sweet of you. Chip, I remember the first funny thing I heard you say.
Oh yeah.
A
10 years
gentleman, a mutual friend of ours was talking about finding creative ways to promote his show.
Yeah.
And you said, it's funny you bring that up because my cousin does skywriting. And he said, "No, my God, really?" He said, "No."
Oh, that's great. I remember, Mike, my brother used to always ask me how open mic went because, we'd be going and I'm doing comedy now. And he'd ask me all about my set. And then he came out to see an open mic and he saw you. And then he stopped asking about me and he just wanted me to recite your jokes.
Oh, that's
He's like,
very
what did Mike Rainey do this week?
Chip's brother's the man. I actually fell asleep in his planetarium 2 years
It's cozy.
ago.
It is cozy.
Dude,
Damn, 2 years ago, so not even on perks.
no.
No?
It
Wow.
might have been 3 years ago, but Chip's brother, Chip actually does them with him sometimes.
Yep.
He runs these presentations at the planetarium at the school where he teaches, and it's the perfect thing. It's so relaxing that you will fall asleep,
Yeah.
but then you will also learn something, which is what I hope that people get out of this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like school.
Devil.
Is it in the dark park? Is it part of that area where you're not allowed to have fires after a certain
I don't think you're
time?
allowed to say that.
I'm not talking about that one.
Wait, is in the dark? I've never heard of
I've
that.
heard
It's-
of like a state park where you're not allowed to have
Oh,
headlights
right.
on after a certain hour.
He's been to places like that. He'll go and he's got these big telescopes. But
Yeah.
he works for a school district, and the school district has a planetarium, so he works there.
So suck it.
Yep.
All right, now we're going to decide whether or not we're going to do an Impractical Jokers episode or whether we're going to get to do our stinker, who Chip is also a big fan of.
Can you rob it for good luck? I think this whole time I might have needed Chip's touch.
Yeah, I think
Can't,
this
actually,
might-
I'll give you some luck, too. Put it under each one of my breasts.
No, that's been an opportunity this whole time. All right, here we go. This one's for Joe Gatto, baby. Son of a bitch. Again.
We did it again, Jake.
Damn.
Jake, I never asked you, do you prefer stinker episodes or Impractical Joker
You know,
episodes?
I've been pining for a Joker's episode, but I think now I'm starting to go stinker.
Good.
I'm jumping off the stinker.
That's
train.
firm and coming out of them.
Giving up after 52 losses.
Yeah.
Now, last week, you guys were lucky enough to get treated to milkshakes. I was nice enough to do that for you.
That was very nice.
We're going to keep this going. I have a pizza party here for you tonight.
Thank you.
So, Jake, would you mind taking one of those pizza boxes for yourself and passing one to John and not opening it until I tell you to?
Oh God. Okay.
So these pizzas are specifically for you.
All right.
Be an adult about this, by the way.
That's not pizza in there.
Stop it.
Oh, my God, Mike.
What?
I love pizza.
Tell me what you're thinking right now.
I know exactly what's in here.
What is
It
it?
smells like
cat
a dead.
turd.
Oh no.
Open it up. I got you pizza.
Pizza. He showed me.
Oh my God.
It's a cat shit.
Oh, it stinks too.
They are cat turd.
Oh my God. I don't want to hold it over my coffee.
of here.
What the hell?
Why would you do this to Chip?
You know, Chip's a germaphobe.
I think you should get your money back from the pizza place, number one. I can't believe there's the culprit right there running away from the door. He watched the whole
Wow,
thing
dude.
go down.
You were
Keep that door open.
Jesus, you weren't here. That Uber Eats guy was pissed when he showed up.
Did you know it was in there the whole time?
Maybe. Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Oh,
You
man.
weren't nearly as pissed about the smell as we were.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
I
so
thought it was a
excited.
dead mouse.
Did you just go put that in the fridge?
Yeah, I put it in Tupperware.
I liked it. I enjoyed it because it reminded me of my summer job when I was 14.
Delivering cat turds. All right, well,
I
that
got a large log for Annette.
Oh my god, that
seems like that might have been a little bit premature for the episode. Were we supposed to smell cat shit this early?
I inhaled it, dude. It's like in my brain.
Brother, I've been collecting cat shit since I got back from Cleveland, so so those turds were marinating.
Oh my god.
Do you want to know why I gave you shit in a box? Are you even curious?
Because it's half Christmas.
Mother's Day only comes once a year.
Yes, this is the 13th day of Christmas. You want to know why I gave you turds in a box?
I'm dying to know.
Because our stinker tonight paid gentlemen to shit in pizza boxes for him.
I think I would have preferred human shit, honestly.
Do you have any idea who I'm referring to?
I'm grateful that wasn't a
I got,
hot
dozens of names running through my head.
Jake, you want to take a guess?
Papa John.
Better ingredients, better cat shit. Papa John's.
He was kind of a John, I'll say that.
You said it, buddy.
I would say that was not a hot and ready. I'll tell you that, Mike. What you just gave us, that was gross.
The gentleman I'm referring to is Uncle Eddie Savitz.
Uncle Eddie.
You know Uncle Eddie?
Yeah.
You don't?
He's a literal little
John,
stinker.
you don't know him?
Yeah.
Jake, you got to remember him.
I've heard a lore of Uncle Eddie, but I don't know too much about him.
Brother,
Before you get into, did you order 2 small pizzas or just ask for them for 2 boxes when you got there?
2 boxes.
Did you tell him why?
No, but I had my daughter pick them up. I was prepared to tell them that it's for a science experiment for my child.
Well, you weren't prepared to tell them anything. You didn't show up.
Well, if they called me.
I'm going to need to talk to your parents.
Yeah, you need to sign for these small boxes.
If you go to Domino's and just ask for a Savitz, they'll just give you 2 boxes. They know. They know.
Now, Chip, you're...
It's a hot and Eddie.
Could you imagine seeing that on the Domino's pizza tracker? Just like you see somebody shitting over the box.
the turd's just emerging more and more.
Yeah, it's on its way.
Brother, as far as shit perverts go, Uncle Eddie takes the cake and he probably shits all over it, too.
He does.
Oh, man.
I'm so excited to be here for this, Michael.
I am
you.
too.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, one thing about Chip is like the sweetest human being you'll find on the planet. Like that love seat right there, that's sweetness home base with you two.
It looks like a before and after photo.
However, he's got Furman working against him, and Chip has a dark side, which I love. Mm-hmm. And part of the dark side is manning the Uncle Eddie Savitz fan club.
Yes. Yeah. Big fan of I don't want to give it away, but yeah, big fan of Uncle Eddie. Yeah.
He's on Twitter, isn't he?
I think he is at Eddie Savitz. I'm a big fan of that
I think
Twitter
so.
account. If you go to at Eddie Savitz, he still posts.
That's
And it's-
SAVITZ.
Yeah, Eddie EDDIESAVITZ. Yeah.
Is he's not a murderer?
No murders.
Okay.
Just perversions.
All right. He's been in handcuffs for doing some of this stuff, though, right? Yeah.
Might have been.
And he's local.
He is.
Yeah.
Really?
Can I point
Oh,
out,
very local.
Mike, can I
God.
point out we've had 2 stinkers, non-murderers, both perverts,
Okay.
both from this area.
Wait, who's the other pervert? Swiss cheese? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is. Yeah, he ranks up there. Like it was a big deal. I've been in the building that he did this. You might have actually been.
It's across from, I believe, the Bards.
Yes.
No.
20th and Walnut, yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Not to blow up his spot, but Ben of Helium, Ben Mayer, lived in that building when he
No
first moved there,
way.
so we would go hang out there. Yeah. So I've been to the building.
Do you know what his apartment number was?
I don't.
I actually found pictures.
I'm guessing it was number 2.
There it is.
I found pictures of Uncle Eddie's old apartment. You could rent it. Well, at the time of
Is
this
this the one he's
listing.
talking about being in?
In the building.
Yeah.
The building.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a high rise. So
Okay.
it's a high rise. You know where Bard's and like Irish Pub is
Yeah.
on Walnut?
Whatever that tall building next to there
Yeah,
is.
right across. Yeah.
Wow. This is close to home. What year are we talking when this? or
He was
year
arrested in
range?
1992,
Okay, well before my time of being around here.
but he was shitting in boxes from the late 70s through the early 90s.
Yeah, shit in boxes for 3 decades, baby.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more to this story, and we're going to give you the meat and potatoes of this. Then also we're going to finish up with a wild allegation, because you know I love litigiousness.
Mike, did you say he was shitting in the boxes?
He was.
Oh shit! I thought he was like demanding it.
And litigiousness ain't just the cashier at my Dollar Tree. So he was known as Uncle Eddie, Fast Eddie, and Dr. Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood is
That's a good one.
I never realized that until I just looked that up. Yeah.
I'm not going to say this because he's a teacher now, but I'll tell you after.
Okay.
What I'm referring
Because
to.
who's a teacher now?
I can't give you this information.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But our friend also has a variation of the name Dr. Feelgood.
Yes.
Oh.
I think I might have given him that nickname.
That's a great one for him.
Thank you. Yeah.
So he was born February 22nd, 1942 in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. All right. His parents were named Paul and Ann. He had 3 siblings, although I could only find documentation for 2 of them. So finding information for this was very difficult.
There's not a lot out there at all.
They
When was the last time he was on the news? The 90s?
1993 is when he died, right?
Yeah.
So pre-internet article stuff. So that's going to be hard to find, like newspaper clippings of.
Well, dude, I will say this. So the last like news about him was 1993. However, in 2015, a local artist named Mark Brodzik was putting together an Uncle Eddie Savitz documentary. He held a Kickstarter for it. They were trying to raise $20,000. They raised it $20,000, but then all of a sudden it just went away. With a lot of information regarding this case, if you try to research it, you'll realize, like, okay, why isn't there more about this? Why didn't I hear about this? And on another scary note, his brother was a deputy attorney general for Pennsylvania who ended up killing himself in 1981. And you can't find any information about him.
I thought you were going to say that was Bud Dwyer.
No.
Okay.
No.
It was around the same era, but yeah, a little before that. And like he died, like it was like they said barbiturates, but like that could have been shady too. He might not have killed himself.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his family, oddly enough, owned a business. It was probably going to turn your stomach when you hear what it was.
I've already smelled cat shit, so.
All right. They owned an arcade. Where do you think I'm going with this?
Cat turd gate.
Yes, Comet Litter. No, but Uncle Eddie, where he was getting the turds and the pizza boxes from were from teenage boys. So
Okay, that's the worst of it?
no, well, quite possibly.
Okay, so he wasn't molesting little kids necessarily.
Well, it depends upon what your definition of molesting
Well, I
is.
mean, he's saying shit in this box
Yeah.
and turning around and not watching is not molestation.
If I can,
At least
if I can
the way I
comment on
define it.
this,
Go ahead, Jake.
yeah, how I would do it, or how Furman would do it, I would. You would never proposition the kids. First of all, you would turn off the toilet thing so it can't flush, and then be like, "Hey, kids, you can't do that. You can't. They don't flush. Now I got to clean out the shit." And then they walk in with pizza boxes and scoop them in
You'd
there.
scoop it. You would
Yeah.
scoop it.
Or you do that thing where you put what are they, like cellophane,
Yeah.
like where it's, as a prank over the thing, but instead just put a pizza box.
Chip, he would do that.
What?
Would he do that? Really?
He would, in some cases, he would line the bowl
Yeah,
with saran
Turd
wrap.
catchers.
dude. Yeah, because you can't like.
Is that one of the things you hang above your bed to prevent nightmares?
So all the bad diarrhea goes out while I sleep.
hasn't shit the bed since?
All right, so we're going to get into some of the more fucked
Wow.
up shit. So he was an actuary. Basically, I think that means that he measured financial risk for companies that were looking to insure their employees.
Okay.
And his family ran the insurance company. It was called Savitz, the Savitz organization.
Yep.
You should have been a plumber.
His brother Samuel was the CEO, and Eddie was the vice president.
Okay.
He graduated first in his class from West Philly High. Like Will Smith.
Damn.
Yeah. I bought one, I bought one pair of children's underwear. My mom got scared.
Don't sell that man your underwear.
All right, he finished first in his class out of 278 people. He graduated in 1959. What do you think he was voted most likely to do?
Succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he was
was.
likely to succeed.
Yeah.
He was like beloved. Everybody loved him. He was like super
First in his
smart.
class, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
And that's
was
when
he an
it was
athlete as well?
Like, I don't know.
Quarterback, captain?
I don't think so. If you see him, I shouldn't say. He is kind of handsome because when my wife came in and saw his picture, she's like, "That's him," and I don't know what that means. Like,
Yeah.
I got to start locking the door. But yeah, he finished number 1 in his class. But
Wow.
man, how great would it have been if he finished number 2? And he got a full ride to Penn to study economics. He ended up studying Freakonomics, though. if you ask me myself personally, or if you ask litigiousness, she'll tell you that he studied Freakonomics.
He might have had some dollars, but he didn't have any sense.
He graduated in 1963, and he ended up getting into the law school program at Penn. He made it 2 years.
The Wharton School? Or is that business?
That's business. He made it 2 years, but he was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this."
It's only a 3-year program.
Dog, he knew it wasn't for him.
Damn.
He enrolled in Temple after that into their music program.
Damn.
Did you know he was? I actually looked this up. He was actually in a number of bands during that time because he was a music student. He was in a number of bands.
Oh, he was?
Back then, yeah. He was in Blood, Sweat, and Poop. I think that was his The Lovin' Spoonful. The Dookie Brothers. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Just Right. And, of course, Depeche Commode.
Was he also in Korn?
Does Chip have any idea about your music career?
Do you know that I performed with Dirty Diamond?
Yo, I know Dirty Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sleazy E and Dirty Diamond.
Yeah.
Tell him your name in the band.
Ricky Full Throttle Fuckenheimer. So I did a handful of shows with them. I believe it was
And
like
you,
2007.
Can I make sure
Yeah,
he
go ahead.
knows?
Do you know who Dirty Diamond is?
No. I only know he's the only member I've ever had had the pleasure of meeting. But you can tell me what their primary cover was.
So they would...
Not just one song, but...
He would do Neil Diamond covers, but they were all like filthy, offensive
When he
songs.
told us this,
Yeah.
after hundreds of hours of this not coming up, all three of us thought he was fucking around and just riffing it on the spot.
100% real.
But then we found some recordings and everything.
Our first
Turned
show
out to be true.
The first show that I did with him was at the Khyber, which also happened to be the same place where Chip hit me with the funniest roast joke that anybody's ever hit me with. He said, when Mike was thinner, people said he looked like Orlando Bloom. Now that he's gained weight, he looks more like Orlando International.
Is that why you love Orlando International Airport so much?
Well, I was also on perks. Buddy, my flight got delayed when I was like at the height of my perkdom. My first summer that I got a painkiller prescription. Coming back from Disney, running out of money, and our flight got delayed. So this was July 3rd, I believe. So that night, we had to stay at the airport. Inside the airport is a hotel which faces into the airport. It's very cool looking. And they had us staying there. And on top of that, too, in the, I don't know, in the common area, like looking down from the fucking balconies onto the area where people pass through in the airport, the Orlando Symphony was playing there. So I was whacked on painkillers watching the Orlando Symphony about to go to fucking Applebee's or whatever was in there.
That's a beautiful moment.
It is, yeah.
Damn.
I think you're officially a citizen of Florida now.
All right, so in 1963, he falls in love and he gets married.
What a lucky lady.
Mm-hmm. He marries a lucky lady. What did you just do, Jake?
I just laughed.
Oh, I thought you were smelling your hand for some reason.
Did you get your hands into those cat turds? Look at his hands.
He's got one in his mouth. Chip, get it out.
He's got litter all over his fucking litter crumbs all over his sweatshirt.
I have to like hold his nose.
But he married a lovely lady by the name of Judith Widman. Well, I shouldn't say it didn't last long because it lasted fucking 10 years. In 1973, he gets divorced.
And then he spent the rest of his time with men.
You devil. All right. If you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for becoming a patron. If you're watching this for free, check out our Patreon, which is at patreon.com/lilstinkers. That's LILSTINKERS. Patrons get every episode at least a week before everybody else, in addition to extra content that we create, monthly AMAs, and I don't know about you guys, but whoa, Jake, look at that.
Oh, Jake.
I'd be open to doing more AMAs because I really have a ton of fun doing that.
They are fun.
Oh my God. So check that out. All at patreon.com/lilstinkers. For those that don't. Oh, we want to clarify the Shaner art giveaway. Danny, can you let them know how? So we're giving it away on Instagram, correct? All right. If you go to the Little Stinkers Instagram page, I still have no idea what the fuck we're doing, so maybe we'll save this for next week. All right, we'll figure it out.
Why don't you take 3 to 5 minutes and explain it?
But if you watch the Swiss cheese Doctor Shaner episode from about 3 weeks ago, you'll notice that Shaner created a bunch of Rorschach tests based upon cheese that were exquisite drawings that I have over here in the corner of the room that we would love to give away to somebody. And we're going to do it by giving it away to someone who follows our Instagram. But I still don't know how we're going to do it, John.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Every week we're getting closer and closer to figuring it out, though.
Fall 2023, we are going to have this figured out.
We're getting messages. People are like, what about the cheese drawing?
We're going to get an Impractical Jokers episode before we figure out how to give away these fucking drawings.
The important thing is follow Lil Stinkers on Instagram. That's probably where the contest will be centered from.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So
let's go with that.
Yeah. Once we hit, I don't know, 2 million followers on Instagram, we'll start giving these things out. How's that sound?
I like that.
Yeah.
Jake, I would not be stunned if you were able to take your panties off without unbuttoning your pants right now.
I can do it.
I believe in you, brother. Chip, make sure these all go to a good home.
I will. Mine.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Call me Pudini because it's coming off.
Chip, thank you very much for joining us
thank
tonight.
you. It's been an honor and a privilege.
All right, Chip Chantry, everyone. And guys, thank you for watching. Love you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.